Hello there, it's Jen. It's Friday, August 22nd. I'm here live with you. I'm about to make a Stampin' Up! Card from start to finish. So if you're there with me, let me know. And if you are new to this channel, just let me know as well. I like to always start by doing a draw from the card that I made the week before. And the way you get in on that draw is to comment, like, or share. So if you do that today, then you'll get in on the draw for what I'm going to make today next week. So let me just give a second here to grab my screen that has the draw on it. Let's see here. Here we go. And also the card that I made last week, I'll show it to you in more detail in just a second as you see who wins first. So here we go. If you comment, like, or share, and you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can win. So let's just see what the Marg. Congratulations, Marg. Here's the card. Oops, I don't have a little post-it note. Hold on, I'm grabbing a post-it note. I usually have special ones here. Marg Clark. Okay. And she says, hi, Jen. Okay, so let's stop the share for a second and go back here. And let me just pull in on this for a second so you can see. So this was what the card looked like when it was all finished and closed up. And then on the inside, when you open it up, it's a little gift card holder. I've pulled the gift card out, but it slides right in there. And then you can write a little message there, and it's super cute with the pear stamp set. So I did that because I was also talking about my pears class, which I will put a link in here. Hold on a second. Let me grab that. I'll put it in the comments. And then I'll also say hello. And she says, Nicole, hello to Nicole and hello to Vila. How are you both? You see, she says, Nicole says she sees my cat making an appearance. Yes, my cat is hiding. She might have been peeking around the corner there. Okay, so I'm going to get started right away. Now, I really debated about what to do today because it has been feeling like fall here. Although today it's beautiful in Kingston. I don't know where you guys are. Anyways, I do have these fall stamp sets that I pulled out. I'm not going to use them today, but I just wanted to show you because they're new to me. So this is Amber Autumn, a very pretty stamp set. And so I thought this might be nice for fall cards, you know, fall birthdays or even Thanksgiving cards, that type of thing. Just pretty with lots of coloring. And then this is one that's been around for a while, more than autumn. So it's got, like, you know, pumpkin spice stuff and like lattes and pumpkin pie, and you know, it's even got some little gingerbread men. So this is kind of a fun all season stamp set. And it has the dies too, to cut out a bunch of those words. And it's just really fun. Look at all the pieces to that. And then I was also pulling out this birchwood folder. I thought that would be nice for fall cards. And then this one I haven't even showed you guys yet, but it is a really popular one. It's called the Sunflower 3D embossing, and it's absolutely beautiful. But I've seen lots of beautiful sunflowers right now, so this makes me think of fall, you know, when the sunflowers are growing all summer. Anyway, so watch for me to make something with that. So instead, I just decided to skip fall altogether and jump right to Christmas. Whoops, I see I'm a little bit crooked here. Whoops, did I just lose? Oh, there we go. Came right back. I made this one a few weeks ago, and I've just finished a blog post actually on it. So it's on my website, and you can see all the details about that. Just go to StampwithJenn.com and you'll see that card. So I'm going to use the same stamp set. It's called Jar of Joy. So it's a two-step stamping set. So you have to use multiple pieces to create some of the images. So I'm going to do that with you today. And then I've got a bunch of other samples because I just love this stamp set that I've made with this. So I'm going to show you all of those too. And I'm going to, it's a Christmas card, but not really, because I'm going to use a non-Christmas greeting, even though there are Christmas greetings in here. I'm going to use this stamp set. It's called Simply Said. And if you needed one stamp set, if you're starting out and you need one stamp set for greetings, this one would be a great one because it's got let's celebrate, thinking of you, happy birthday, thanks, birthday wishes, just a note, hello, miss you, thank you, and yay. So it covers a lot of things. Okay, so let me start with pulling out my trimmer. I don't do this every time, but sometimes I'd like to, you know, show right from the start how to make things. So I'm cutting this at 4 1/4 inches. So I'm working in inches. So this basically cuts this 11.5 inch piece of paper into 2 parts. And I call these hot dogs because they're long and skinny, as opposed to cutting it that way. So they're short and fat, hamburger. So this is a hot dog cut card. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm also going to pull out some designer series paper and leave the trimmer here. This is the in color package, the 2025 to 2027 in color. And I'm using that because it's a nice color, but also just to remind you that the in colors are on sale 15% off until the end of the month. So if you're looking at getting any of those, then yeah, check it out. So these are how all the designer series papers look in each of the different collections in terms of pattern. So like this is the Darling Duckling. So that's the stripes on the one side and then the nice leaves on the other. And then there's the Strawberry Slush. So there's another pattern. Let's just find it here. There we go. So kind of like dots on one side and then flowers on the other. So you've got lots of options. And with the in color package, you get a bunch of each sheet. I'm going to use this one just because I made the other sample with the other one, and then I can show you both at the end. So let me just tuck this back in here. I like that they come in these nice packages, so it's easy for me to store that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is a 6x6 piece of paper. And so to get the maximum out of it, I'm going to cut it in half at 3. And then I'm going to cut each piece at 4. So that I've got 2 at least out of each sheet. And then I still do have these little usable pieces that I can use for matting or whatever. So I'll save those, but at least I've gotten 2 out of that sheet. So I'm going to put that away. I'll put this away, and we'll bring in all the other things. Okay, so I cut out, hello Nancy, how are you? I cut out already a square, and this is it here. The light is a little dark. Let me pull that in. And I cut it from one of my favorite die sets. This is Stylish Shapes. So it's got the squares, the circles, and the banners. They're great. However, if you didn't have that, or you didn't have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you could simply cut a square. So this one is, it's just under 2 inches square. And so then I cut a mat that was just slightly bigger with real red like that. And this one I didn't cut with dies. So you could, like I said, just create a plain square if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my stamp set here. I've got the little snowman, and I'm going to use Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp it first on this little square. And I'm not using the jar for this. Imagine that. So you don't have to use the jar for these images. You can just use the images on their own because they're super cute. So there's the first part, the first step of the 2-step stamping. So he's a little bear there without, he or she, a little bear there without the rest of the stuff on. So let me just find where, there's my real red ink pad. So this is the second piece. It is a scarf and the top of the hat. So because it's photopolymer, pretty easy to line up. She said, hopefully. I do always cut a second one just in case. So I found if I kind of, excuse me if you see the top of my head, line up the top of the banner on the hat, that it should work. So let's see. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Cute little snowman. Hello, Beth, and hello, Donna and Marg. Hello, hello. So pretty cute, eh? Okay, so I'm just going to close up the red. And then I'm going to add, this stamp set has dots in it, which is great. Let me show you two again. So there's like a couple images. So these ones I showed you when I did this card. How to put those two together. So this one actually is the only one that doesn't really have 2 steps to it, but I do have a card to show you that I made with this, and I kind of made it 2 steps. And then this one has the snow and the thing. Oh, I guess the bows are part of the 2-step. You could add the bows to that, which I didn't do. But there is some dots here, and I love stamp sets with dots because they're good for so many things. And in this particular case, we're going to make snow. Now I pulled out what is a little ink spot and my cloud cover ink refill. Because there was an issue with the cloud cover, which is one of the ink colors, color, and that they couldn't get it to say stabilized to the right color with the large foam pads. The foam house somehow was the foam house somehow was messing up the color stability. So they basically released some of the ink pads and cloud cover for demonstrators initially, knowing that some of them would be faulty. But then for my customers and my in-color customers, what I did was we did instead got, I actually have them here, I'll show you, a set of spots. So you can buy them uninked like this. This is uninked spots. Ta-da. And then you buy the ink refill, and then you put 20-ish drops in there. And so this is now cloud cover, and I have it on the back. So what's nice about this too is it's just like the other little spots that you get with paper pumpkin or that you can buy, and they're just super easy to take with you and to stamp, and they're just like the big ink pad. Normally I would actually do it upside down, but because this is a pretty small stamp, you kind of don't need to. So I'm just stamping some dots all over. So you can see there. So there's our snow, and cloud cover is perfect. It's kind of a bluey gray, so it's just kind of perfect. Okay, and then there's only a little bit of coloring I'm going to do on here. One is the nose of the pumpkin. So I've got dark timid tiger here. Just going to add that, just like that. And I'm going to now add, I've got a marker. So the markers are fine. The blends markers are fine for the cloud cover. I'm going to just add a little line there, and a little bit just under the snowman, just so it doesn't look like he's floating there. And then I'm going to take my colored lifter, and I'm going to just blend that out just a little bit so it's not such a harsh line, like so. Cute, 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 cute. It's wet right now. It's going to dry a little bit lighter than that. I'm going to add some Stella too, but let's put this card together first. Okay, so I'm going to take my card and I'm going to fold it in half. You could score this if you wanted when you had your paper trimmer out, but I like to wait so that I get it perfectly lined up. Use my bone folder, give a nice sharp crease like so. And then just double check which way the card is opening. Ta-da. I'm going to stick my cloud cover piece down here. It kind of looks like snow, I think. Here we go. That piece is so pretty too, but flowers and snowman maybe don't go together unless it's a flower on the snowman's hat. Okay, so then I'm going to add this down towards the bottom. And this card is a great card if you need to make multiples. It's nice and quick and simple. I've got the real red and white baker's twine here, and I'm going to just leave a little bit here for me to tie, and then I'm going to wrap that around. I always like to do at least twice with baker's twine just because it's not as thick as ribbon. And then I'm going to tie it. Funny enough, I need to turn this upside down to tie it on my right, just because I'm right-handed, but I like to leave it on the spool just so I don't waste anything. So I'm going to just go over here to the right. I'm going to tie it in a knot. I do this awkward little thing where I hold it down with my fingers, but whatever works. Just make sure I didn't tie all the way through. That's good. And then tie a little bow like so. This is so pretty, this red and white. And these colors are really nice together too, the cloud cover and real red. Just a nice combination for Christmas or winter. Okay, so I start with a big kind of loopy, ugly bow, like so, and then I'm going to just pull those ends. Sorry, my nails are all awkward. They need cutting. I'm getting them done tomorrow, so they'll be a little better. Okay, then I'm going to take my ribbon scissors. These are just scissors that I've marked differently, so I only cut ribbon with them. So that's cute. Put that aside, and now I'm going to attach this to this, like so. Okay, and then before I put that on, I'm going to stamp my greeting, just because I find with red, sometimes it takes a minute to dry. So I've got these little scraps. These are the scraps that I get when I cut, papers down. So I always keep them because they're perfect for greetings. And I put my real red away. Let's pull it back out again. So I told you I'm using the Simply Said stamp set instead of a Christmas greeting, but you could absolutely put a Christmas greeting. I'm going to just turn that over. There's always two sides to every paper. There we go. Hello with the red. Give that a second to dry. And let me put this on with dimensionals. So these are our double-sided foam adhesive. If you don't know, they're just great for adding things in and just giving everything a lift, which is nice for making your cards a little more interesting. There we go, just like that. Love this little design, super cute. Let's add the Wink of Stella here. Where I've got that out. So this is our little glitter brush, and I'm just going to add some glitter to the snowman, a little bit along the edge of the snow, and then some of the dots. Sometimes when I want to do dots, I just take a piece of scrap. Let me grab a piece of scrap. I'm going to use you, Marg. And I'm going to just squeeze this pen a little bit, get a little bit more glitter going on there. And then I'm going to just dot. I will hold this up. Sometimes glitter doesn't show on camera, but I'm hoping while it's wet, it will show. And that turns all sparkly. Pretty, eh? Okay, so I don't want to just keep that so I don't lose it. Okay, so now the greetings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, take my non-ribbon scissors. I'm going to trim this. So I want a little bit at the end here. And then I want a little bit at this end. And I'm going to cut up the middle and do corner to corner. So I make a nice little notch. And I'm going to stick this down right here. And then I'm going to add a gem. So I've got my original one here used these in color gems. So again, in colors, so they're on sale. So I did use a cloud cover one from my original one, but I think I'm gonna do something different for this just to show you a different one. And these are the peppermint shaped gems. And I've got a package here that I've got open, but I haven't started because I've got all these loose ones. So I'm gonna use some of these loose ones. Oh, it's too hard to get them out. I'm going to use one of these ones. So I'm trying to decide what size I want. I think we'll go with medium. And I'm going to stick that right there. How cute is that? Oh, I can't believe I just put a fingerprint on there. Bad me. See, I really do need my nails cut. That's okay. I put it on there too. This will not be the card that I give away. I'll give away my original, and I'll try and sand that one away. This is what I do when I do stuff like that. I have what's called a mono sand eraser. You can see it on my website under Jen Recommends, under products. Now, because this is red, this really may not come out. And I'll probably just pull all this and put it on another base. Oh, look, I've got finger. This is what's happening. It's all over my finger and it's getting all over the whole card. Don't do that. I'm going to wipe my finger before I touch anything else. I have a baby wipe here. You know what? It might have been on the table and then I touched it. Have you guys ever done that? It's very annoying, isn't it? But I'll save this and I think I can remount it onto another card. Nicole says, cute card, thanks. So here is the original one that I did. So first of all, you can see, well, first of all, let's cover up that spot there. So the different papers, so they both look great. The stripe and like the snow version. Then you've got different gems on each of them. So it's hard for me to say which one I like the best. I don't know. Oh, I did put more Wink of Stella on this one. I don't know if you can see that one. So this is probably good that we're going to do this one as the giveaway. So super cute and easy. And because it's on a white card base, it's really easy to write on the inside. A card like this, I would probably put a white panel on the inside before I did it. Okay, so let me show you some of the other ones that I did. I'm just going to take this red stamp away and get some of these things out of the way so we have room to show everything. Okay, so... Yes, I'm always shocked when I do silly things like that. It was like all over my finger. Yeah, like I said, the fingernails have got to go. They're just way too long. Okay, so there's this one that I showed you before on my blog. And then I did, here's another one with the same little snowman. But this time he is in the jar, he or she, and he or she is in purple because, you know, you got to do a purple snowman. And this is a pool party. And so I did pool party around here. And I don't know if you can see the shine on there. That is a window sheet on top of that to make it look more like a jar. And then a little silver jar and then some gems. So super cute little design there. And then I've got this one here. which is the ornaments that I told you about. So there's lots of glitter on there. And what I did was I stamped them, and then I stamped them again and cut them out. There's no die, so I don't know if you can see that's 3D. And this is two-tone cardstock, which I'm just in love with two-tone cardstock because you can emboss it and sand it, and look at that cool design. And then I put little snowflakes in the background and some strawberry slush. I just love a little pink card. And there's glitter all over this lid. I don't know if you can see that, but it's super fun. And Wishing You the Sweetest Christmas is part of the set, which I thought was very cute with the pink. So there you go. What do you think of these cards? All with that Jar of Joy, which is such a cute little stamp set. And like I said, I will give away the nicer one. Phyllis says, I love the pink. I do too. It's just so cute, isn't it? And those ornaments are adorable, and especially with the little gems on top. Love it. The background on this card is called Falling Snow. It's a large background stamp that is still available. It's in the online store. So if you want a snow stamp, that's a good one too. Okay, the pink one is adorable. Everyone's liking the pink one. I do too, even though my heart is like purple, right? But I think there's something about the pink that's just so sweet. Okay, do they have any stamps that have sentiments for the inside of cards? Sometimes a blank inside seems so daunting. That's a great question, Nicole. And look, I have a stack of my new things here. Here's a beautiful stamp set, Words of the Season. So may the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home with heart. So incredibly grateful for all my blessings, especially you. Have a spectacular Halloween. Let's toast to yesterday's achievements and tomorrow's bright future, and may your holiday season be filled with joy and happiness. And then these parts here for this particular stamp set, I've already done my little thing and everything. They all have words, so you can do like Merry Christmas to you and yours, Christmas greetings. You can mix and match, so that's a kind of a fun one. I'm gonna get another stamp set. Hold on a second. Should be right here. Oh, give me a minute. Oh, here we go. Just had it filed wrong. This is one that I use a lot, actually. It's called The Right Words. It's great for inside cards. So there's things like, I know good things when I see, and I see lots of good things. It's got a miss you. It's got a happy birthday. You're so kind. So they're just kind of bigger greetings that are in there. I'm not sure why. Oh, I know why I have that in there, because I don't have all of them put out yet. But that's another good one. I think too, with a stamp set like this one, the Jar of Joy, Wishing You the Sweetest Christmas, that could go on the inside if you wanted as well. But those are two that I like, The Right Words and this Words of the Season. Now this is one that is coming out in September. So that'll be available in September. So that was a great question. Hey, Marg. Oh, Marg, look, you won. You won the card from, yeah, I got your name. There's your name. And you won this card that I did last week. Where is it? Here it is, this one. You won this card. So we'll get that in the mail to you. And Vila says she just got me that. I think she means she got the set yesterday. I think, yes, I saw that on your order, Vila, that you had ordered that set. So yes, there's some ideas for you, Vila. Okay, guys, that is all I have for you today. Hopefully it inspires you and gives you some ideas of things you can do with that stamp set, or just quick and easy layouts. These are all what I call quick and easy layouts that you could do for Christmas. So, and some of them, like this one, does use the die cutting machine because of the die, but everything, and I guess so does this one. This one that I did today, well, there's the square that's die cut, but you could take that and just make it a square. And this one does not use a die cutting machine. So you can just adapt things to make them super easy. Hello, Kathy from Georgia. So thank you so much again for watching me. I wish you all a wonderful weekend, whatever you are doing. Enjoy this second last weekend of the summer, and think of me while I'm maybe making fall cards. I don't want to say it too loud though, because maybe we'll have a nice Indian summer and get some more warm weather, but not too warm. You know, just the perfect weather we want. Anyways, thanks for watching me, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.